Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, that's good because I was saying, in theory, if there's one organization, for example, a Bahamian association, or there's a group called Orlu Association, which is it's like an Igbo clan, a subgroup. They have an association. If there's a basic structure and they start meeting, you know, people will notice it and say, "Where's like is there? Where's my African American chapter?" It can split. It can split and multiply into multiple structures. That's usually how it goes, where every community is helping themselves and socializing, and then become like a social phenomenon. Like we could, so what you said with the email blast that could work. That just means I could count on you then. And there's a sister Edna. She's in Curacao, which is not a there's not a lot of Curacao associations, but they're like connected to the Spanish Caribbean, Cuba, Venezuela, um, Colombia. I know there's overlap with Colombia and Brazil. So those small islands, or the ABC Islands in the corner of Venezuela. There's Venezuela. So let's just say they're small islands, but they're really connected to South and Central America in a major way. So I was thinking of connecting them actually to the continent because they're actually a larger network than it seems on the surface. Like Central and South America, they're coming with Central and South America. So I was looking at the British Caribbean, and the Bahamas was looking more enticing than going to Jamaica or um, Trinidad, which they have village development departments, but nobody's actually using them to spread an agenda or spread a UNIA or town hall system. It's like something it's like a hidden secret where there's local community development agencies. Um, so it's hidden for a reason, I feel. So I was looking at Bahamas. It seems more transparent, but I'm going to try and reach out to the Trinidad and Jamaican societies, try to see if we can collaborate. Um, there's actually a call in a couple minutes with the Rastafari, but we were talking about Rastafari as far as the way they're kind of isolated and not really connected to any sort of security or military uh, type movement. So we'll see. But I'm glad that you checked in. It gives us confidence, and it helped us narrow things down as far as what we need to do. Texas checked in with me today. I feel the Northeast USA, they kind of checked in. So we have a triangle in the USA now. I just need to double down on Jacksonville now, and I think Trinidad, Jamaica, and the other Caribbean islands, British Caribbean islands. Really, Jamaica. I'm really looking at Jamaica,
What about
Barbados.
Antigua? What about Antigua?
I have a connection to Antigua in Nigeria. He's a famous Pan Africanist general in Antigua. Uh, his name is General Wallace Williams. He's in Nigeria though, so I think he might be limited on what he can do. Um, I don't know. Well, it depends on strategy, I guess. But that's my only real connection in Antigua. As a Pan Africanist general in Nigeria, he's an ambassador, Wallace Williams.
Because that's British. That's a British island, ain't it?
hmm I was looking at it today. They had a village system in the 1940s for decentralized government, but I think the current prime minister is against reviving that. But he's a connection in Nigeria. People would be able to travel. Nigeria used to be part of the United States of Africa project. That's why they have that. And the people where I'm from, Biafra, the eastern region, I'm saying you've been promoting independence the wrong way. You should have been promoting reviving the Federation, the United States of Africa project, where you have your one block. Because the structure of Nigeria is that it was a couple blocks that were part of the larger United States of Africa project. So that's why I'm saying, you guys, if people were to travel, that would be the mission. It would be the larger narrative, the Federated States of Africa, and having these Caribbean associations down to the community, down to the households who would be part of the communities in Africa. So it's all about federation. And like the ambassador lives in, I think, the capital of Nigeria. Well, so that's my connection to Antigua. But
Okay.
I was literally looking it up today, where the prime minister said he's against decentralized government, and they had a village system of government, and it's been canceled since the 1940s, but it hasn't been repealed in the Constitution. So it's supposed to exist legally on paper, but it doesn't. So our decentralized
Interesting.
town halls and the village assemblies. So that's Antigua. I think I have different contacts in my phone, but I never use them. But I've collected some. And they're next to St. Kitts and Saba. So
Right.
yeah.
And see, Saba and St. Eustatius are also Dutch Caribbean.
Yeah. So even those places are hard to, I don't know if they could even travel island to island, or how easy that would be. But there, if you could not
Well,
unite,
they don't make it. The one thing that the Dutch they're not going to do is make it easy for the islands to commingle.
uh,
That's why I say St. Martin, because from here it's a short flight. It's not long to travel to St. Martin from Curacao. Then you have, when you get to St. Martin, there's a ferry,
mhm.
and that ferry goes to Saba, Statia, um, and there's other islands too that the ferry goes to. So St. Martin is kind of like a hub for the other islands.
So would you be able to? Because I'm thinking from Curacao to Saint Martin, like if we have, let me put out there that there's a something called, there's like a pilgrimage a program that I put out there, uh, and the Igbo could support it and they could promote it. I feel they could promote it. There's a pilgrimage, so just using what's already there in Saint Martin and I mean Curacao, the ferry system, that could be a tour where
Yes,
ambassadors go and they start promoting it to different islands, and people go on tours and they coordinate what's coordinatable. Like, say, I don't know what other islands you said. I know you said Saba. I think Eustatius, if I'm pronouncing
Eustatius,
it. And maybe it's
St.
just
Eustatius,
yeah, maybe it's just the Dutch islands in that area. But maybe with as time goes
and
on.
then again, like you have the French, because the other side of St. Martin is the French side.
Oh yeah, yeah. So that would connect to Guadeloupe and Martinique,
Uh-huh. Yep.
and that could eventually connect to Haiti too. So
Right.
that's possible from Curacao.
Yes.
That's excellent. Martinique, Montserrat,
Yes. 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 Yep.
and I've just been studying this for years. A lot of people, majority don't, but yeah, that's possible. So we could we could make note of that. From Curacao you could get into most of the French Caribbean through Saint
Yes.
Martin, and we could put that to our leadership here. Because one of the leadership in Texas, he's Haitian. I just texted him. So we could, from Curacao, we could get into the Haitian French Caribbean and help basically build the infrastructure with Haiti, 'cause through Saint Martin North, I think.
Through St. Martin. Exactly. Through St. Martin. Yep.
Yep, that's going to be, the Haitian community was actually in the United States election. They were a topic, so they're big. They're always in the U.S. National. It's a national topic, Haiti now. So
Exactly.
it's going
Yeah.
to be promoted. Same through the Dutch Caribbean, Spanish Caribbean, the French Caribbean, through Curacao and Saint Martin. Yeah, that was actually an idea was brought up a couple times, but the guy over there in St. Martin, the brother, yeah, he did.
And that's the thing, like I told you last time. Like I had went to a conference. It was a Dutch. Of course, it was funded by the Dutch. It was a Caribbean heritage conference, and it was we flew to St. Martin. We stayed in St. Martin for a couple of nights. Then we took the ferry to Saint first Sabre, and then we took the ferry to Saint Eustatius.
Mm, yeah, and I was just thinking that it doesn't even have to be it doesn't have to be a separate program. I don't know, but we just put it like it's a pilgrimage, and as long as it has some sort of government clearance and support from somewhere, people could travel safely as ambassadors, human rights ambassadors. UNIA is a recognized brand, Marcus Garvey brand of human rights ambassadors for Black people, and we could
Right,
start get enough people in a concentrated area where it's just one ferry ride to different areas. It could go. It could go. It could. Dude, that's good. I got to sit on it or marinate on it, but that's
yeah,
French Caribbean, Spanish Caribbean, Dutch Caribbean,
yep.
all wrapped together. All
And
right.
like I said, Saint Martin is definitely the hub because that's where the ferry is to get to the French, and even like ay ay ay, the country just came out of my head just as fast. Is another Caribbean island. Uh yeah, I can't think of it now.
Is it Dutch?
Anguilla.
Anguilla. Wait, you have Anguilla?
Anguilla is in that area also.
Is it connected? I know it's connected to the British, and they have a self determination movement, independence movement there. Is it? What is the connection there? Because I reached out to Saint Kitts and Nevis because they're connected to Anguilla as one
I
country.
believe it's Anguilla. I believe it's British also. If don't quote me, but I think so.
No, they were one country at one time. They even have a bank.
Okay. So yeah.
They had a bank connected to Marcus Garvey members. So and they have a flag. So it's all Marcus Garvey Island, but connected to Anguilla. Those three countries, they're all saying they're all independent of each other, but they're like right next door.
Right.
It's like village politics. Oh, you're not from here. You're from where? But if Anguilla connected as far as ferry boats? Because St. Kitts and if it was revenue and tourism, I know St. Kitts and Nevis would come on board. Uh, it's a small country; everybody knows each other, so it's just about getting connected to the right person who would pass it through as far as connecting to Saba and Saint Martin in that area. They would come on board, but I don't. Yeah, I think we need like our own passports, human rights passports.
Right.
I think uniforms, Igbo clothes, like, and then maybe some sort of patch or uniform identifying us. But it could go that whole area. Antigua, Saint Kitts and Nevis is in that Anguilla. I was talking to Saint Kitts and Nevis person for 2 months. He never gave me a contact on ground, and it was a whole thing. Like I've been posting about it for 2 months. But all right, I don't think there's anything else to discuss. I just have to look at Jacksonville and the other islands. Uh, really, yes, I don't want to talk about it because Trinidad, Jamaica, and Barbados. I got to figure out what to do with that, and I gotta tap in with it's Northeast USA, Jamaica, Barbados, and Trinidad. I gotta decide what to do, and like it's gonna go. Texas is on board. Jacksonville will be on board. And Miami is here. Curacao, Haiti is here. Bahamas. It's a lot. But Bahamas, Haiti, and the French Caribbean, they're all connected. So this was a progressive meeting. Uh, I don't know if there's anything else, but yeah.
If I think of anything else, I'll just shoot you an app, and I'm gonna send you my number for my American number.
So I'd be able to text you and include
Yeah.
you in USA text. All right.
Yes.
And brother Ekandayo, I was thinking, as far as if there's a Bahamian association, I was thinking if I do have, since it looks like likely, I put it like this: there's a summit, supposed to be an annual summit for in Bahamas for Black self determination and men. That was connected to kind of the reparations movement through Cornell West.
What the Miles thing?
Yeah, it was an international Black summit that's connected to Bahamas and Bahamas tourism and self determination that they put out there in Morehouse in Atlanta. It was a big thing, but then there's also me reaching out directly to a brother in Bahamas, activist. So it's like it's easy. It looks very easy to connect to them in multiple ways, but then how islands are separated, I've kind of put it off. But it looks like Bahamas is really on board. Uh, that's what I gotta say. But it's the other islands. I don't want to like we start like it's like if you're getting down the road and then you hit a gap, which is the other islands not participating or throwing mud in the water. I gotta have I feel I have to have multiple islands supporting key islands, the big islands. So this was just a thought session to get a lot more support. We got some new ideas, and it's just a couple more islands I'm going to check in on. But I think we made progress. Northeast USA, Jacksonville, I have to check in with, and a couple big islands, the British Caribbean. So I'll tap in. But I went off track. I was thinking maybe they have an ambassador that could take a position as far as working with you directly in Miami, because we said we wanted like a spokesperson and maybe like we say a chief, like a chief elder or a speaker or spokesman. I don't know if they might be able to have an official ambassador work with you. I don't know if they'd be a
I don't know if they be a secretary
or you'd
from
be
the
a
embassy, or you be a secretary,
or what.
or what? So someone from the Bahamas, or like
Yeah,
an official officer from the embassy
yeah. I was
to talk
thinking
to.
that. I
Well,
was thinking that if
if that actually goes through,
they'd actually
they would
put an
actually
official
put
support
official
there on
support
this.
there on this. Alright,
That's what I was thinking.
that's what I was thinking. I was thinking natural trajectory.
Is somebody in Miami? They probably have some help.
Um, so in Miami they probably have some help. But yeah, I mean, I guess yeah, it would be good to connect. But I'm thinking about I know the brother brought up, like he's in Ghana right now.
Rob Light. That's what I talked to.
Right. That's what I talked to. Yeah. I see this thing.
Actually, I put off talking to him for almost a month because I'm trying to make sure everything else is copacetic.
Right. Yeah, I'm probably gonna try to reach out to him too. So he's in Ghana right now, anyhow. So I'm probably gonna try to reach out to him too, and see if I can get his own social link in with everything that they got going on with Ghana and the trade missions and everything that they're working on developing deal. So yeah, so international trajectory, I think that will work out well. So I'm trying to get close communication with them.
Yeah, the reason they call Ghana is because there was a kingdom in West Africa that was basically the Mali Empire, but they're connected to the Mali Empire. They're connected and the Ivory Coast. They're connected to Nigeria, the
Nigeria, the
Yoruba, the
Yoruba, the
Hausa.
Hausa,
So Ghana,
the Ghana section.
it's a conspiracy to keep them separate, but you can tell from the name that they're connected to multiple empires in West Africa where they could unite. Like from West Africa, like they couldn't unite with Nigeria. That's the big controversy. Benin, Togo, the Sahel Alliance states. That's the big conspiracy that you can see it in the name. Everybody's related, but now that everybody's pretending like, oh, we're this country, we're that. Now we're all related, and that's the thing. Through Ghana, it might be more easier to unite people and bring it up. These villages, these kingdoms, these like they're all like matching names, but you can see they're all related. So I think Ghana and what Rob Blight is doing over there could be key. I even have the language in some of my media, the Chui language, but it could be key to uniting. But you know what's going on in the news and but how there's a lot of backstabbing going around these presidents and countries, but we're all related. So that could be a big thing what he's doing in Ghana. So we'll see. We'll keep our head. I gotta just follow through on what I'm keep saying. The Caribbean, but here I'll put it this way. I don't know if you're here for it, but we said Jamaica and Trinidad have village development departments, like where okay, UNIA is a community development program. Go to this department of the government, and they can't deny you. And if they try, we'll put pressure on them. But it's village development programs in Trinidad and Jamaica where we could approach them directly. You're getting paid to do this, put it through. So I'm saying maybe we could mount that from from Miami and Jacksonville in the USA, but it hasn't been put in play thus far with multiple UNIA groups. I think it's an agenda to stop it from happening, but that's just that's one way to approach it. There's also churches that are connected to the Gullah Geechee and Americans, and Bahamas. They call them the Shouters, the Baptists, spiritual Baptists. Those could be ways to spread African culture and the African family-based government, decentralized government, and information. It could be spread through the churches throughout the Caribbean, Barbados, Trinidad, Grenada, Virgin Islands. Virgin Islands has a U.S. representative. We could get in the U.S. government through Virgin Islands, and there's some of the churches maybe. So there's a lot of ideas, but yeah, there's a lot of ideas. But I got to confirm it. But that's something to think about if you're in Miami. But yeah, we'll see. But I could end the call now if there's nothing else.
We'll be in touch. I'll be in touch.
Yeah.
All right. Peace.
Peace.